143, 144. As part of Microsoft's unification strategies, Windows products that are based on Windows 10's common platform but meant for specialized platforms are marketed as editions of the operating system, rather than as separate product lines. An updated version of Microsoft's Windows Phone operating system for smartphones, and also tablets, was branded as Windows 10 Mobile. 145 editions of Enterprise and Mobile will also be produced for embedded systems, along with Windows 10 IoT Core, which is designed specifically for use in small footprint, low-cost devices and Internet of Things, IoT, scenarios and is similar to Windows Embedded. 143, 144, on the 2nd of May, 2017, Microsoft unveiled Windows 10s, referred to in leaks as Windows 10 Cloud, a feature-limited edition of Windows 10 which was designed primarily for devices in the education market, competing, in particular, with Chrome OS netbooks, such as the Surface laptop that Microsoft also unveiled at this time. The OS restricts software installation to applications obtained from Microsoft Store. The device may be upgraded to Windows 10 Pro for a fee to enable unrestricted software installation. As a time-limited promotion, Microsoft stated that this upgrade would be free on the Surface laptop until the 31st of March, 2018. 146. Windows 10s also contains a faster initial setup and login process, and allows devices to be provisioned using a USB drive with the Windows Intune for Education platform. 147, 148, 149, 150, 151. In March 2018, Microsoft announced that Windows 10s would be deprecated because of market confusion and would be replaced by S-Mode, an OEM option wherein Windows defaults to only allowing applications to be installed from Microsoft Store, but does not require payment in order to disable these restrictions. 152, 153, preview releases. A public beta program for Windows 10 known as the Windows Insider program began with the first publicly available preview release on the 1st of October, 2014. Insider preview builds are aimed towards enthusiasts and enterprise users for the testing and evaluation of updates and new features. 154. Users of the Windows Insider program receive occasional updates to newer preview builds of the operating system and will continue to be able to evaluate preview releases after general availability, GA, in July 2015. This is in contrast to our previous Windows beta programs, where public preview builds were released less frequently and only during the months preceding GA. 42, 44, 155, 154, 156. Windows Insider builds continued being released after the release to manufacturing, RTM, of Windows 10. 157, 158, public release. On the 29th of July, 2015, Microsoft officially announced that Windows 10 would be released for retail purchase as a free upgrade from earlier versions of Windows. In comparison to previous Windows releases, which had a longer turnover between the release to manufacturing, RTM, and general release to allow for testing by vendors, and in some cases, the development of upgrade kits to prepare systems for installation of the new version. An HP executive explained that because it knew Microsoft targeted the operating system for a 2015 release, the company was able to optimize its then current and upcoming products for Windows 10 in advance of its release. negating the need for such a milestone. 159. The general availability build of Windows 10, numbered 10240, was first released to Windows Insider channels for pre-launch testing on the 15th of July, 2015, prior to its formal release. 160, 161. Although a Microsoft official said there would be no specific RTM build of Windows 10, 10240 was described as an RTM build by media outlets because it was released to all Windows Insider members at once, rather than to users on the fast ring first. It no longer carried pre-release branding and desktop watermark text, and its build number had mathematical connections to the number 10 in reference to the operating system's naming. 162, 163, 164, 165, 166, 167. The Enterprise Edition was released to volume licensing on August 1, 2015. 168. Windows 10 is distributed digitally through the Media Creation tool, which is functionally identical to the Windows 8 online installer and can also be used to generate an ISO image or USB install media. 169. In place. Upgrades are supported from most editions of Windows 7 with Service Pack 1 and Windows 8.1 with Update 1, while users with Windows 8 must first upgrade to Windows 8.1. Changing between architectures, for example, upgrading from 32-bit edition to a 64-bit editions, via in-place upgrades is not supported. A clean install is required. 170, 171. In-place upgrades may be rolled back to the device's previous version of Windows, provided that 30-day shave not passed since installation, and backup files were not removed using disk cleanup. Windows 10 was available in 190 countries and 111 languages upon its launch, and as part of efforts to re-engage with users in China, Microsoft also announced that it would partner with Jiu and Tencent to help promote and distribute Windows 10 in China, and that Chinese PC maker Lenovo would provide assistance at its service centers and retail outlets for helping users upgrade to Windows 10. 172, 173, 174. At retail, Windows 10 is priced similarly to editions of Windows 8.1, with US prices set at $119 and $199 for Windows 10 Home and Pro respectively. A Windows 10 Pro pack license allows upgrades from Windows 10 Home to Windows 10 Pro. 175, 176. Retail copies only ship on USB flash drive media, however, system builder copies still ship as DVD-ROM media. 177. New devices shipping with Windows 10 were also released during the operating system's launch window. 178. Windows RT devices cannot be upgraded to Windows 10. 171, 179. Free upgrade offer. During its first year of availability, 180 upgrade licenses for Windows 10 could be obtained at no charge for devices with a genuine license for an eligible edition of Windows 7 or 8.1. 176, 181, 182. This offer did not apply to Enterprise editions, as customers under an Active Software Assurance (SA) contract with upgrade rights are entitled to obtain Windows 10 Enterprise under their existing terms. All users running non-genuine copies of Windows, and those without an existing Windows 7 or 8 license, were ineligible for this promotion. Although upgrades from a non-genuine version were possible, they result in a non-genuine copy of 10. 157, 172, 182, 183, 184, on the general availability build of Windows 10, the original release. To activate and generate the digital entitlement for Windows 10, the operating system must have first been installed as an in-place upgrade. During the free upgrade, a genuine etiquette.xml file is created in the background and the system's motherboard details are registered with a Microsoft Product Activation Server. Once installed, the operating system can be reinstalled on that particular system via normal means without a product key, and the system's license will automatically be detected via online activation. In essence, the Microsoft Product Activation Server will remember the system's motherboard and give it the green light for product reactivation. 170, 185, 186. Because of installation issues with upgrade-only installs, the November update, version 1511, included additional activation mechanisms. This build treated Windows 7 and Windows 8/8.1 product keys as Windows 10 product keys, meaning they could be entered during installation to activate the free license without the need to upgrade first to activate the hardware with Microsoft's activation servers. 187. For major original equipment manufacturers, OEMs, Windows 8/8.1 and Windows 10 OEM product keys are embedded in the firmware of the motherboard, and if correct edition of Windows 10 is present on the installation media, they are automatically input during installation. Since the release of the Fall Creators Update, version 1709, Microsoft decided to release multi-edition installation media. To alleviate installation and product activation issues users experienced because of accidentally installing the wrong edition of Windows 10. The Windows Insider Preview version of Windows 10 automatically updated itself to the generally released version as part of the version progression and continues to be updated to new beta builds, as it had throughout the testing process. Microsoft explicitly stated that Windows Insider was not a valid upgrade path for those running a version of Windows that is ineligible for the upgrade offer, although, if it was not installed with a license carried over from an in-place upgrade to 10 Insider Preview from Windows 7 or 8, the Insider Preview does remain activated as long as the user does not exit the Windows Insider program. 157. 158. The offer was promoted and delivered via the Get Windows 10 application, also known as GWX, which was automatically installed via Windows Update ahead of Windows 10's release, and activated on systems deemed eligible for the upgrade offer. Via a notification area icon, users could access an application that advertised Windows 10 and the free upgrade offer, check device compatibility, and reserve an automatic download of the operating system upon its release. 188, 189. On the 28th of July, a pre-download process began in which Windows 10 installation files were downloaded to some computers that had reserved it. Microsoft said that those who reserved Windows 10 would be able to install it through GWX in a phased rollout process. The operating system could alternatively be downloaded at any time using a separate media creation tool setup program that allows for the creation of DVD or USB installation media. 169, 178, 190, 191. In May 2016, Microsoft announced that the free upgrade offer would be extended to users of assistive technologies. However, Microsoft did not implement any means of certifying eligibility for this offer, which some outlets thereby promoted as being a loophole to fraudulently obtain a free Windows 10 upgrade. Microsoft said that the loophole is not intended to be used in this manner. 192, 193, 194. In November 2017, Microsoft announced that this program would end on the 31st of December 2017. 195. However, another loophole was found that allowed Windows 7 and 8.1 users upgrade to Windows 10 using existing licenses. Event half the free upgrade offers officially ended in 2017. No word from Microsoft was given whether it will be closed. 196. And some outlets have continued to promote it as a free method of upgrading from the now unsupported Windows 7. 197. Licensing. During upgrades, Windows 10 licenses are not tied directly to a product key. Instead, the license status of the system's current installation of Windows is migrated, and a digital license, known as Digital Entitlement in version 1511 or earlier, is generated during the activation process, which is bound to the hardware information collected during the process. If Windows 10 is reinstalled cleanly and there have not been any significant hardware changes since installation, such as a motherboard change, the on-linear activation process will automatically recognize the system's digital entitlement if no product key is entered during installations. However, unique product keys are still distributed within retail copies of Windows 10. As with previous non-volume licensed variants of Windows, significant hardware changes will invalidate the digital entitlement and require Windows to be reactivated. 170, 185, updates and support. Unlike previous versions of Windows, Windows Update does not allow the selective installation of updates, and all updates, including patches, feature updates, and driver software, are downloaded and installed automatically. Users can only choose whether their system will reboot automatically to install updates when the system is inactive, or be notified to schedule a reboot. 198, 199. If a wireless network is designated as metered, a function which automatically reduces the operating system's background network activity token serve limits on internet usage. Most updates are not downloaded until the device is connected to a non-metered network. Version 1703 allows wired, Ethernet, networks to be designated as metered, but Windows may still download certain updates while connected to a metered network. 200, 201. In version 2004, by installing the August 2020 security update and later versions, driver and non-security updates pushed via Windows Update that are considered optional are no longer automatically downloaded and installed in their devices. Users can access them on Settings and GT Update and Security and GT Windows Update and GT View Optional Update. 202. Updates can cause compatibility or other problems. A Microsoft troubleshooter program allows bad updates to be uninstalled. 203. 204. Under the Windows End-User License Agreement, users consent to the automatic installation of all updates, features and drivers provided by the service, and implicitly consent without any additional notice to the possibility of features being modified or removed. 205, 206, 207. The agreement also states, specifically for users of Windows 10 in Canada, that they may pause updates by disconnecting their device from the Internet. 208. Windows Update can also use a peer-to-peer system for distributing updates. By default, users' bandwidth is used to distribute previously downloaded updates to other users, in combination with Microsoft servers. Users can instead choose to only use peer-to-peer updates within their local area network. 209. Windows 10 versions version code name marketing name build release